Have you ever felt overwhelmed with a never-ending to-do list, working harder than ever but still falling short of your goals? What if I told you there's a way to achieve more by doing less? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not. Stay tuned as we dive into the 80-20 principle, a powerful concept that will help you work smarter, not harder. Imagine cutting out 80% of the effort while still achieving the same or even better results. Wouldn't that be a game changer? Context. Today we're going to explore the 80-20 principle, a concept introduced by Richard Koch. You'll learn how to apply it to your life, business, and productivity strategies, and how this principle can drastically transform the way you approach tasks. So, let's get started. What is the 80-20 principle? Simply put, the 80-20 principle states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. This principle can apply to virtually anything, whether it's your work, your relationships, or even your finances. Here's a quick example. In business, 80% of sales typically come from just 20% of customers. In your personal life, 80% of your happiness might come from just 20% of the activities you enjoy. The idea is, you're likely focusing your energy on things that don't give you the biggest payoff. The origin of the 80-20 principle. The 80-20 principle was first introduced by Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto in 1896. He discovered that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by just 20% of the population. This concept caught on, and over the years, it was expanded to various fields, including business and time management. In his book, The 80-20 Principle, Richard Koch explores how this ratio can be applied to everyday life, and the results are often nothing short of transformational. Why the 80-20 principle works. At its core, the 80-20 principle works because human energy and resources are finite. Not everything can be equally important or impactful. When we focus our efforts on the 20% that really matters, we unlock the potential to achieve much more. Example. Think about your daily tasks. Have you ever noticed that a few key projects or activities produce most of your outcomes? By identifying and prioritizing these vital activities, you can make more progress with less effort. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Applying the 80-20 principle to productivity. Let's get practical. How can you use the 80-20 principle to boost your productivity? Step 1. Identify key tasks. First, identify the 20% of tasks that give you 80% of your results. Take a moment to think about your work or personal life. Which projects, clients, or actions consistently bring in the best results? These are the areas where you should be investing more time and effort. Step 2. Eliminate the non-essential. Second, look at the 80% of tasks that yield little to no results. These are the low-impact activities, the ones that drain your energy but don't move the needle. It's time to minimize or eliminate them completely. Step 3. Prioritize and delegate. Third, once you know where your efforts are most impactful, prioritize them. And don't be afraid to delegate the rest. Whether it's at work or home, delegating tasks to others frees up your time for what matters most. When you apply the 80-20 principle, you'll see how quickly you can accomplish more by focusing on fewer things. That's the power of simplicity. The 80-20 principle in business. Now, let's dive into how you can apply the 80-20 principle in your business. Example. Take a look at your customers. You'll likely find that 20% of your clients generate 80% of your revenue. Instead of spreading your resources thin, focus on nurturing these high-value clients. Example 2, time management. Or maybe you run a business that involves project management. 20% of your tasks will likely contribute to 80% of the project's success. Spend more time on these tasks and streamline the rest. By analyzing your business with the 80-20 lens, you can optimize your workflows, increase efficiency, and boost profits without increasing your workload. The 80-20 principle in personal life. Now let's talk about how the 80-20 principle applies to your personal life. Example. Think about your friendships or relationships. You probably find that 20% of your closest friends bring you the most joy and support. By focusing more energy on these key relationships, you can strengthen them and enrich your life. Example 2, self-care. When it comes to the self-care, you may realize that just a few activities like a walk, meditation, or reading contribute to 80% of your peace of mind. Identify these activities and make them non-negotiable parts of your routine. By applying the 80-20 principle in your personal life, you can spend more time doing what truly matters and less on the things that don't serve you. Overcoming common misconceptions. Now, let's address some common misconceptions about the 80-20 principle. Misconception 1. It's all about cutting 80% of tasks. Some people believe that the 80-20 principle means cutting out 80% of everything, but that's not true. It's about focusing on what produces the most impact and strategically minimizing the low-value stuff. It's quality, not quantity. Misconception 2. It's only for business. Others think the 80-20 principle only applies to business or work, but it works in every area of life, from health to relationships to personal growth. Understanding these points is key to applying the principle effectively. Conclusion. So there you have it. The 80-20 principle isn't just a productivity hack, it's a way of life. By focusing on the most impactful 20% of your efforts, you can achieve much more in less time. Now it's your turn. What's one area in your life or business where you can apply the 80-20 principle? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content on how to work smarter and live better. Thanks for watching.